Welcome to this brief video on the results of our Fall Parent Pulse survey. I want to thank each of you who filled out your surveys for us. Our partnership with you is really important, and so your feedback is so valuable. We had an excellent response rate. Over 50% of our households actually took the time to fill out their surveys, so thanks again for doing that. One of the things you told us that we're doing well, that we can celebrate together here at Emmanuel, is about our staff. There was a statement in the survey that said, the teachers at our school genuinely love our students, and 92% of you agreed with that statement. It highlights the caring relationships that we have in our classrooms. Our teachers are active disciples of Jesus, and they really do want to see each student succeed. And that really is a big advantage of being part of a Lutheran Christian school, is that we can nurture our children holistically, not just academically with their minds, but to guide them and bless them in their hearts, their spirits, their bodies. The second thing that you said we can celebrate here at Emmanuel is that we are a faith-filled school. The statement was, the school is intentionally nurturing students to be lifelong Christian disciples, and 91% of you agreed with that statement. Many of you also agreed with the statement, the experience at the school has strengthened my own faith, which we're so happy to hear. Emmanuel exists as one church and school ministry to shine the light of Jesus Christ to our community, and I am so grateful that the warm light of Jesus Christ and His love is shining upon your students and upon your family. A third area that you felt really good about and gave us good feedback on was the safety of our school. The statement, the school is a safe place, 86% of you agreed with that statement. You know, we take the safety of our children and our campus really seriously. Just a couple years ago, we made a huge investment in installing the new wrought iron fence all the way around our campus to make it more secure. As I shared with you recently, our whole staff is trained in emergency protocols for fire, earthquake, and intruder emergencies, and we practice them regularly. And something you might not know is that each of our staff are trained annually in CPR as well. There also was some results of our surveys where we need to investigate further, and we appreciate that feedback as well. It helps us to direct where we need to improve or put more resource toward. The first statement that you showed us was an area of improvement is this: the curriculum is appropriately challenging and rigorous. 73% of you responded to that statement positively. So we knew heading into this year that we needed to make some strides in this area. We were not satisfied with how last year ended in some of our grades. So I want you to hear some of the initial steps that we've taken. We hear what you're saying, and we want to work with you to strengthen the academic level that we have, which is excellent, but we want to make it better. Some of the changes are these. We changed our daily schedule to make sure that all core subjects are being taught in the morning when children are the most focused and ready to learn. We also re-implemented the homework policy to make sure that students are given targeted homework to reinforce what they're learning in school. This is also a way for you as a parent to check in to see where your student is thriving and where they might need some more help. We're placing more emphasis on our MAP scores as a barometer for student achievement. This year, our mid-year scores went home, and you just got them recently with your child's second quarter grades. Teachers are working with students who might need some more growth in a particular area, and also we're working with students who are scoring and high achieving to make sure that they're continued to be challenged. So I'm going to be sending a separate report to you on our school MAP scores, and I'm happy to report that our school saw a 5% growth from our fall scores, and so that's the right trajectory that we want to be on. The last thing I want you to know is that we've raised $18,000 this year to purchase new curriculum for next school year. So we're currently doing some research on what that particular curriculum will be, but that is also on our to-do list. So thank you for that feedback. We're responding, and we want to be growing with you. The other statement where you showed us that we need to investigate a little further is the school has an effective approach to discipline. And 73% of you agreed with that statement. So I have to admit, this one sort of caught us by surprise. So we're going to be asking some further questions in our next survey to get even more feedback from you so that we can better understand the dynamics here. So where are you seeing this, where we need to maybe strengthen our approach to discipline? What input might you have for us to provide us so that we can do a better job of that? One of our immediate responses to this result is that each class is being talked to about our Roadrunner 3, which you might know is to be responsible, to be respectful, to be kind, and serve Jesus. And we've identified specific behaviors that are associated with each three of those things that we want to see in our students when they're in the classroom or on the playground or at the library or at the lunch tables. So we're going to be reviewing that with students, and I myself will be visiting each classroom just to talk about what it looks like to be a Roadrunner, to live together as a family, and to be responsible, respectful, and kind. So know that that's happening this spring, but we do want to get your further feedback. You know, as a Lutheran Christian school, we want to use law and gospel when it comes to discipline. The law is that students need to take responsibility for when they've done something wrong. And look, none of us are perfect, so I suspect each one of our students will need to experience some correction while they're with us. We don't want to sweep things under the rug, but address them so each student can grow and improve. But that's just the law. We also believe in the gospel, that students are loved by God and these students are loved by us. And so God has won them forgiveness. Each day is a new day with a chance to start a brand new day. So we want to emphasize that as well. Well, again, I want to thank you for all the results that we received, for you filling out our surveys. Our next cycle begins just next week. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter survey to focus on some of the areas that you wanted to talk more about. If you don't put any comments, you can fill out a survey in 5 minutes. So please don't let it sit in your inbox. When you see that message come, go ahead and fill it out. If you want to add some comments, we really love that. And my promise is if you make comments, you're going to get a response from me because I want to listen to what you have to say. And that might take you maybe 10 minutes altogether. So please take the time when you get that invite. Again, not all the parents will be getting the invite at the same time. It's sort of given out at a slow process over several months so that we're able to constantly track the dynamics of what's happening on campus. So if you don't get an invitation right away, don't worry, it is coming. And as always, I'm available to meet with you or to listen to your ideas or concerns. If you'd like to meet, please use my scheduler to set up a time that works for you. Again, thanks for watching this video. Good to be with you. Great to be partners in your students' education.